Like and subscribe.
NordVPN by YouTube brought conspiracies. Conspiracies? What are
Chirp.
What are conspiracies? What are... Look,
There's-
all I want to know is, what are
Oh damn. To be fair, what? The sexy M&Ms, bro.
Wait a minute. Are they making the green M&M less sexy?
They did. The old ads on TV were like kinda sus. Fueled.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I kind of just like the little ones that don't really matter.
Give me an example.
I recently was grocery shopping and I bought a limited edition detergent that was wild berry scented.
Wild
I
berry.
started using it right away. And every time I clean the dishes now, I think, wow, that's a delicious wild berry scent.
Yeah.
But then I had to go to a hospital, right? And it just stinks like chemicals. And it's like, we have the technology to make cleaning things that smell delightful.
Oh.
Yet you go to the hospital and it smells like cat piss?
Yeah.
What's up?
What kind of hospitals are you going to? And plus, I think they sterilize it. There's a certain smell to hospitals, and I think it's fine for it to smell distinctive. It'd be kind of weird if you walked in there and it smelled like a barbecue, like a Outback Steakhouse, or like Arby's or something.
With that,
That is a good point. What else have you got?
so when I was a kid, my sister had been to...
I'll mention a conspiracy that doesn't really mean much. The Sonic movies. I still believe to this day that the Sonic movies, that first draft, you know, with the weird human Sonic, I believe that was fake. That's the only conspiracy I'm into, like, that I actually believe. I believe that is fake and it was for marketing and they had everything filmed. They delayed it, quote unquote, delayed it, but they were just doing it for like the original release date. That's as far as I go with conspiracies.
like a party with glow sticks.
Right.
And so she put a bunch of them in the freezer because she had heard that if you put a glow stick in the freezer, it stays glowy for longer.
Oh, what? That makes no sense, right? Isn't it just a chemical reaction and it will still go on? Maybe, actually. Maybe.
I think that's not true.
It does. No, it does. It slows down the chemical reaction.
Nah, there's no chemicals. It's just little green goblins. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, because it doesn't have heat, right? Let me walk through you through my dumb thought process, my uneducated thought process. Like, because the glow sticks, they kind of don't produce heat, so I'm thinking that the chemical reaction will still go on no matter if it's hot or cold, right? I just might be dumb.
They're little torches. So I'm a kid, right? And we used to have, like, you know, ice blocks. I don't know what you...
No. Don't tell me he tried eating one. To be fair, I have. I've bit into, like, glow sticks when I was a kid. And, they didn't taste very good.
Oh, I know exactly where this is going. How many did you drink?
Just the one. But I go into the freezer. I go, oh,
He actually drank it. I tasted it and it was horrible. Like, it just touched my tongue and it was... No, I couldn't.
wow, that must be some new thing. And I get some scissors from the kitchen.
Oh.
I snip it off. And I drink it down.
What, in color? What?
Okay, if you didn't know, and it's frozen as well, so like the taste would be different. It'd be icy first. Yeah, I can kind of see how you could drink that by accident.
Was it? And what flavor?
It was a reddy purple. It tasted like soap, but it was spicy like Tabasco. Does that make...
Ooh, yes, he's kind of right, actually. He's actually right. That's exactly what they taste like.
sense?
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. Yeah.
Now, here's where the conspiracy comes into it, right? My sisters are running around screaming in circles, he's gonna die, he's gonna die, oh no, oh no. My mum's on the phone with like a poison control hotline or something. Being like, my son just drank a glow stick.
You're the worst mother.
This is your fault.
I hope you made plenty of nice arrangements for the funeral, ma'am.
There's no point making it closed casket, he'll just glow right through, won't he?
Put him in the freezer. He'll last longer.
But yeah, so here's the thing, right? They're saying, you can't drink glow sticks, they're toxic, you'll die, etc. The poison control people, their solution was, I had to gargle ice cubes, not to neutralize the chemicals, purely to get rid of that spicy, annoying sensation. So here's the conspiracy. I drank a glow stick, 0 adverse effects. Nothing happened. So they've been saying, oh no, don't drink glow stick.
It's toxic. It probably won't do much to you, but you shouldn't be drinking it. It's like there's a chance it might screw someone up, like severely.
They're bad for you. They'll make you sick. But I could have sworn I could see in the dark. Nothing bad happened.
Shut up. Shut up. There's no way.
Oh, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Toilets.
Yes.
I think there is...
Let me guess. It's the toilet buttons. He's gonna say it's the same amount of water, right? I don't know if it's in America. It's not in America, actually. I do remember like a lot of Americans are confused by it. We have 2 buttons. There's a smaller one and a bigger one. I'm assuming he's gonna say it's the same. It's the same amount of water that goes down.
There's no standard for what the big button does and what the small button does.
Now, I'm going to need you to elaborate on that.
So, okay. Very often, people go number 1. Less often, people go number 2. So, naturally, the big one is the one that's frequently pressed because it's the big one. It's the one that everybody aims for, right? So that should be the small flush.
I feel like...
exactly.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't think it would be this, but yeah, I get his meaning. It's the one you like are naturally gravitating towards. So that should be for the small flush.
Exactly. Now look at this one.
No, don't misconstrue me. I think you're an idiot.
So you're telling me that the small button gets pressed more often than the big button?
It's...
Yes, not so simple.
I think he's right. I think subconsciously we'll be picking the bigger button. Nah, he's cooking here. He might be right.
I understand your logic, but I think it's built on a weak predicate. You're conflating big with important, when in this case, big means big, in that it's the big flush, it's the full flush. And the small means half flush. It's a...
Now, you're telling me that this button gets pressed 5 times as often as this one on the left?
No, I know,
I don't believe it. So what I'm saying is that across all toilets, there is a non-standardization. Look at this. Which one is it?
It's 1 water and 2 water. One is less water and 1 is more water. It's not, like, that's so clear to me.
Wrong. 1 big drop for solids, 2 smaller drops for liquid. Which
What? There's no way.
one is it?
The one on the left is the half flush, and the one on the right is the full flush.
Which one's the bigger one? You don't know. I don't
Well, it'll be half. Wait. He's right. There should be a standard.
know. Nobody knows. Only the plumber.
The one on the left is the full flush. The one on the right is the half flush. Yeah, go on. Give us another one. This is easy. I can do this all day.
Not so easy now, is it?
The one on...
No, he's actually cooking because the other ones it was like a no. It would be on this way. Wait, with this standard, it would be the half moon would be the full flush. If you're going by this standard here, but it isn't because they're doing it in the. This is a half moon, so I'm assuming this would be the small flush, and then this would be the full moon, which would be the full flush.
the left is the full flush, and the one on the right's the half flush. Maybe you just don't have an eye for it.
I think this is like gold like the sun, so it's P.
Yeah.
And then dark like the moon, so it's the darker stuff.
Wait, I was overthinking it because I was thinking the crescent is normally the P button, the small flush, right? And this side is normally for the big one. So that's what I thought here. but it's the opposite.
One on the left is the full flush, and the one on the right's the half flush. Maybe you just
There's no way. That's actually confusing me.
don't have an eye for it.
I think this is like gold like the sun, so it's P.
Yeah.
And then dark like the moon, so it's the darker stuff.
Why is it red?
What if we just had one button, and instead we used AI to determine how large the flush should be? Or
Wait, why would you need AI?
dial and a button. Turn
A
the dial,
dial.
to a small amount, more, and then, full.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but
You go to flush, put it on max, and it just accidentally it just shoots up the shit into your face, bro. No dials.
will go the small one.
Really?
100%.
I don't think I've ever pressed the small button.
Well-
and I don't in public bathrooms because I just
In public, to be honest, I'll be 100% truthful. I press both. Yeah, I press both.
The ancient riddle!
Virtual, private. We've got 2 of 3.
What could the N stand for, Nordman?
I'm afraid to find out.
Okay.
If it was known, it would mean the end of civilization itself.
Cinema.
network. It's network. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I thought it would be.
What do you think it would be? So,
Had to get some MRIs a while back. They were really long. It was like an hour and a half. I'm in this f***ing machine. So it was like really boring.
Did you not even
Jesus.
But they gave us headphones which played music. The guy was like, "What kind of music do you listen to?" And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I used to mostly listen to like video game stuff." So he's like, "All right." So he goes, this is already making me laugh. So he goes on YouTube Music and types in video game music playlist. And he's like, "What, does this look all right?" Now it was a bunch of like Undertale and stuff. So he puts it on.
Yeah.
Puts me on the table. And he puts the headphones on, locks my head in. And the music.
I'm surprised you can have headphones because doesn't it have like magnets in? And MRI, like the machine actually, I think it's magnets, right? You're not allowed metals or anything in there.
Music starts playing, and it's the Skyrim main theme song. Just imagine this mental image of me getting fed into an MRI machine. While it's no fucking. That was very funny. Later on.
You know what I'd ask for? A 2 Steps from Hell playlist. And for a certain playlist. There's this one playlist that I love on YouTube. That's what I'd ask for. The time will fly by very quickly.
Do you reckon it's real?
MRIs. Now I reckon they just put you in, and then they just get someone in Blender, and they just like put together a spine, and they're like, "Yeah, there it is." And they just make it all fucked up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna have to take your spine out, put your spine back in."
You didn't drink any Glowsticks when you were a kid, did you?
They're doing that before they put you in. It's like, you don't have any like metal piercings, any tattoos, You didn't drink any glow sticks when you were 4, did you? No, ma'am. Have you ever had an MRI before?
Yeah, actually, my doctor was worried I might be just like too smart.
Or too handsome?
Yeah.
I feel that. Sadly, I've never had one.
And so they had to take a whole bunch of scans, and they were like, "What's going on? These numbers are off the charts." And they were seeing like parts glowing and stuff, and they're like, "I think this guy's using more than 10%.
There's actually no problems at all. You might be the most healthy and handsome man we've ever scanned. Can you?
I've had a dream like this, like where I was in an accident and I was in the hospital, and it came back with my results, and apparently like my blood there was something special about my blood, and then I woke up, I was like, what the heck? Why? That was like one of the weirdest dreams, and trust me, I've had weird dreams.
Sign this document? It's just a release form. I'm like, yeah, anything for a fan.
What do you think about space? I like it.
I honestly don't. Perhaps we went to the moon, but I think the footage we have isn't real.
I think they went to Mars and filmed it there.
Just because the lighting was better.
Yeah, we don't have the
Better
technology.
lighting.
They just color corrected
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that makes a lot more sense. Because they were going to do it on Venus, but when they tried to green screen it out, it just
The whole planet
They're not
disappeared.
directors, so they would just be there with the f***ing cat. Like, they don't know to hold it in, like, widescreen mode. They're, like, there with their phone, doing it in vertical.
Can you imagine Neil Armstrong's up there with the camera, and he doesn't realize he's actually got it on selfie camera, and he's just like, yeah, check this out. It's just on selfie camera.
They had to reconstruct it off the reflections from
The
his
reflection, yeah.
So there's the three. There's
That's why the footage looks bad. It's just a reflection from his helmet.
Armstrong
Buzz Lightyear.
and Collins, Andrew Collins.
Oh, he's dead. That's a shame.
He died on the moon.
Yeah, they'll have to leave him there.
On the moon.
Oh, look, here's
Age
a
90,
picture of
man.
Michael Collins meeting President Trump.
Oh, really?
That's nice. Yeah.
Some say it was his greatest achievement.
It's like, oh, so he's busy. We can get you Obama. No. Well, I mean, I like the idea if it's just like Trump like doesn't know who he is. He's like, oh yeah, well, you're Buzz's friend. Yeah, Woody. That was my Trump impression. But like his expression looks like.
Oh, yeah, wow, he's seen some stuff. I've got something really important to tell you.
They probed us, Mr. President. They probed us. And I liked it.
You, Mr. President, you gotta know about the moon. There's a thing.
There's goblins on the moon.
So, you're on the moon.
Sorry, let me just pretend that the moon's real for a second. Okay, yeah, I'm on the moon. Go on.
You're bouncing
Said
around.
it's real.
And it's great. You're having a good time. But
What if you bounce too high? Will you fall off? Can you fall off the moon?
No. I think it's big enough to like keep you in. I'm pretty sure the gravitational pull of it is strong enough to keep a person in. I don't think you can jump off it. That would be super scary though. You accidentally jump too high and you're not attached to anything. That is one of my biggest fears, getting lost in space, even though like it's not realistic. There's no chance I'm ever entering space, let alone getting lost in it, but that just drifting off into nothingness. That's scary.
when I was a kid, I read a book called The Blue Nowhere by Jeffrey Deaver.
Go on.
It's a deadly game of cat and mouse, where one guy is the world's greatest hacker, and the other one is a brilliant but tortured criminal investigator who's slightly new to the computing world, right? There's one point where they're having their hack off, and they're like, we got to get into his mainframe. And then he's like, he's hacking into our mainframe at the same time. And they're going back and forth. Who can counter hack the best?
Which is fucking hilarious, because in the movies you're typing so much, you're doing this, you're doing that. And then in reality, you're just sat there sipping a coffee, watching TV, waiting for the stuff to happen. It is such a departure from reality. Like, once I learned what real hacking was, I was like blown away. I was like, this is it. You have a code, you run it, you just sit there and you wait. That's all.
The thing is, like, you've got the movie version of hacking.
I'm getting hacked. This is major.
Yeah.
And then you've got the real life version of
Boring.
hacking, which is much more boring.
I was wondering if
Yeah, it's either you're brute forcing something or you're like social engineering. It's so boring. It's yeah.
you can take a look at a website I'm trying to get to.
Sure, what's the website?
By clicking that link, he's just given David full access to his computer.
We're on his computer right now.
Tedious.
But what if actually it is as fun as in the movies, and it's much more like, yeah, have you seen Swordfish?
Yeah.
You're like spinning a cube around and you're going, the cipher is being decrypted.
That would be insane. I'd be into hacking a lot more if it was like a game. But sadly.
Oh, yeah.
You see the number going up. That would be so exciting. I think that's actually what hacking is like, and there's a deliberate move to pretend that it's not.
But what? Like, why?
Yeah, for what reason? For what purpose? For what purpose?
Now empty the compartments of your pantaloons. For what purpose? And discard of your footwear as well. For what purpose?
We actually have a clone of him ready to go. So he can stay in bed, the clone can go out and do
Oh, that is a conspiracy though. People like rich people have like clones. That's definitely a conspiracy.
the speech.
Wait a minute. What if you cloned Trump,
Sure.
then dispatched with the original? Would the clone still be president?
Would he still want to be president? You'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe it's my chance to be my own guy.
What if he goes to sign the thing at the inauguration?
Yeah.
And some other guy runs in real fast and signs his name.
I'm pretty sure that just doesn't count.
What if you're swearing in the president and it's a woman and she's pregnant at the time? Is the baby also president?
No, these are the questions.
No, I think...
What if conjoined twins win the presidency?
Now, hold on. You might be cooking. Plus, where's that third hand coming from? That's insane.
One's president, one's vice president?
Yes.
That is an intriguing prospect.
Because they're not supposed to have the president and the vice president in the same room at the same time.
That sounds like fake.
No, it's true, because what if someone bombs the room, then you lose
That's that's not true at all.
both.
But what about all those pictures where it's like Obama and Biden hugging?
Did you know that Trump has never met with that other guy?
JD Vance.
Yes. They've never met. Because they can't ever be in the same room at the same time. It's illegal. They'd both be immediately executed. It is illegal.
It is illegal. Yeah, no. I actually had a girlfriend like that where we couldn't be in the... It was...
Like and subscribe.